Okay, good afternoon. I'm gonna go handheld with this for a little bit because I'm having trouble with my setup. I put my camera up on this pile of books and it didn't work. So, oh my gosh. My cat is playing with a cockroach. She never eats them, she just plays with them. Anyway, so I propped my camera up at first on these books. It's a nice little classic novel I got a few weeks ago, actually. Funny title, but it's a detective novel published in 1942. And two others here, which I thought would work. This book stacking. Um, but it's not working because I could, at one point, the way I had this tripod positioned, you could see the legs coming out, like right in this lower portion here. So I'm just not going to do that. I will set these aside and just try to draw holding my camera. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is draw this version of Poirot again, but I want to try to keep as close to this original sketch as possible. I mean, his eyes are weird, but I want to keep this general design and then just tweak it a little bit, make it look a bit more polished, as I did with this one here in my previous video. I'm really what this series of drawings is for me. Oh my gosh, my cat never closes the door behind herself after she leaves. All right, so where was I? Okay, so what I want to do with these sketches is practice character design, and practice creating all of these characters from scratch, from my head. Because while I'm not in doing anything like animation, or I have no interest in animation, that sort of thing is good for other career paths, such as comic books or concept art, storyboarding for movies and television, maybe even advertising. It it's just a good skill to have for me. Now I have in my mind narrowed down my career interests to comic books, but I have other interests which I may be able to get into more quickly uh, than comic books. I mean, it's possible for me to do comic book art right now. Um, I'm not entirely uh, confident about it. Oh, by the way, before I keep going, I am a little sick. I'm getting over a cold. So I'm gonna sound a little just under the weather. You can tell I'm congested, and that's okay. Um, I'm I'm fine for the most part. Before I continue further with this sketch, I want to just say I can finally see that this painting is drying. Um, there is a slight difference in how the painting looks in the light. Um, there are these dull areas where it's looks to be completely dry, and then there are these other shinier areas where it's almost dry, but it's still a little tacky. So I could probably scrape it if I really needed to, but I don't want to. Because I like it the way it is. And I want to be able to go back over it and paint another somewhat thin layer over it. This painting already has quite a bit of impasto, and impasto is the paint texture. Um, excuse me. And I'm just happy with this painting. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe there are big, huge flaws in it, but I'm still a beginner in oil, and I'd say this is pretty good for someone who just started using oil like almost 6 months ago. Or has it been a shorter amount of time? Either way, I'm doing all right. So, this sketch. Oh, golly. One thing I really need is are more tools to help me create good quality videos, such as well, I already have a tripod, but I want to maybe what I can do is just get another camera and maybe save up money for monitors if I want a multi-camera setup. Um, and then it's just, I traced the general shape here of the excuse me, of the sketch here, and just kind of looking at it as reference. I have the eyes placed in where the nose should be, so anyway, back to camera setup and such. What I really want to do is just have enough money to be able to buy a new camera or other things that I need for all of this. Okay, the eyes don't have to be perfect. If, just a pro tip for anyone who is an artist or working in animation, when you're doing these, like, practice sketches or things like that, don't worry about things being perfect in the beginning. Even for a final sketch, you don't have to, if you know what you're going to do, you don't have to worry about how it looks on the pencil sketch portion. Like if you're going to finish it off with ink, like these Sakura Pigma microns, you can do a kind of really messy sketch. Actually, I'm gonna shorten his chin a little bit. Oh yeah, this is a bit wonky. But yeah, you just don't have to be perfect. You could just express what you need in your sketch here. And then just go from there. I'm pretty confident with my skills now, to the point where I could do this. I mean, my sketches still come out looking really weird, but those are because I have issues with my wrist. I think I did injure it not too long ago, and I have dislocated it. It was a long time ago, but I've dislocated my arm before, my right arm, and I don't know how much of that has really affected my arm at all. Maybe it hasn't, but I think maybe it's just from years of drawing already that I have something going on. Not sure if I could call it arthritis yet, but could have some signs if my doctor looked at it. Oops. Should erase that line. I think what I can do is sort of bring this in a little bit because his head doesn't need to be that big. There we go. And then his ears are going to come out here. And then we can bring this down here. Yeah, that looks right. The chin's a little off here. Gonna try to line it up. Hope I don't go as long as I did in the previous video because that was a lot. That video, I'm glad I made a long video. I think that is what people like. But right now I'm trying not to make super long videos. Those lips are a bit too large there. What if like here? He had a beard, and his mustaches were like this. Like that. Poirot has never been depicted with a beard, but that would be interesting. I think it's better if he just has a mustache.